He smiled for the cameras while hiding a secret that would shock the entire country. In the early hours of August 13th, 2018, the quiet suburb of Frederick, Colorado, was still asleep. The streets were empty. The sky was dark. Nothing seemed unusual. But inside a house on Saratoga Trail, everything was about to change forever. Her name was Shanann Watts. If you had followed her online, you would have seen a life full of energy and positivity. She shared moments of her daily routine, her daughters laughing, her pregnancy updates, and her hopes for the future. She was pregnant with her third child, a baby boy she had already named Nico. Her daughters, Bella and Celeste, were young, joyful, and inseparable. In every video, you could feel the love. But behind that image, something had already started to fall apart. In the weeks leading up to August 2018, something began to change. Shanann felt it at first. It was small things, short replies, cold messages, a distance she couldn't explain. She tried to ignore it. Maybe he was tired. Maybe work was stressful. But deep down, she knew something wasn't right. At that time, Shanann had traveled to North Carolina with her children. She was away from home, trying to stay connected. But Chris was no longer the same man. The warmth in his voice was gone. The attention disappeared, and every conversation felt empty. What Shanann didn't fully know yet was that Chris had started a relationship with another woman, a co-worker, someone new, someone who represented a completely different life, a life without pressure, without responsibility, without family. And slowly, that new life began to replace everything he already had. While Shanann was trying to fix her marriage, Chris was already moving on, mentally, emotionally, and soon, physically. By the time Shanann came back home, the man she loved was already gone. On August 12th, 2018, Shanann finally came back home. It was late, around 2:00 a.m. A friend dropped her off at the house. The neighborhood was quiet. The lights were off. Inside, Chris was waiting. That night, everything changed. We don't know every word that was said, but we know this: their marriage was over. There was tension, distance, and a truth that could no longer be ignored. At some point, the conversation turned into something darker. According to Chris, he strangled Shanann in their bedroom. No screams, no chaos, just silence. A controlled act that ended her life. And in that moment, everything was already lost. But what happened next is even more disturbing. Instead of calling for help, instead of stopping, Chris began to prepare. It was still early in the morning. The world outside was asleep, and inside that house, a plan was already unfolding. A plan that would erase an entire family, piece by piece.